Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I'm your maths teacher Priyanka. Today from the 6th chapter Triangles, we will be doing the introduction of exercise 6.1. That is, we will be dealing with the concepts congruence of figures and similarity of figures. As you all know, we have studied about congruence of figures in our earlier classes. What does congruency means? Congruency means when any two figures are having same size and same shape. What does it means? Let us understand it with some examples. Suppose I am having two squares. These are two figures. They are having same shape. Both are squares. Moreover, they are having same sizes because when I keep them on each other, they totally cover each other. They just overlap. When any two figures overlap each other, then we say that those figures are congruent, because when they will overlap, when they will have same size and same shape. Similarly, I have taken two bangles here. They are of same shape. They are circular in shape, and when I see, they totally cover each other. So it means they are congruent because they are of same size. So when the circles will be congruent, when they are having equal radii, only then they can overlap each other. Similarly, you can see here in case of triangles also, both are triangles, both can cover each other, so same shape, same size. So these two triangles are also congruent. I will give you one more example, like this notebook. You all have notebooks. All the pages of the notebook are congruent to each other because they are covering each other properly. Whatever pages you go to, each page will cover the other page properly. So all the pages of a notebook, they are rectangular in shape, so they are also congruent to each other. Similarly, your hands are the best example of congruency. How? Because hands of every person are of equal size and equal shape. You see my hands, they are of same shape and they cover each other properly because they are of equal size. So this was concept of congruency with some examples. Now let's move on to similarity. In similarity, again, we have to compare two same figures. We can't compare squares with circles or squares with triangles. So here I am having two squares. Both are squares, so they are having same shape. But are they of same size? No. When I keep them over each other, they can't cover each other. So the bigger one is not covered by the smaller one. So what is this? This is the example of similarity. So they are having same shape but different size. So what is the basic concept of similarity? Any two figures which are similar in shape but are of different sizes are similar. Similarly, again, two bangles, both are circular in shape. Shape is same, but you see they are not able to cover each other properly. So what are they? They are similar but not congruent. Now one thing we also see from these examples, that I showed you these two squares. These two squares are congruent to each other, but on the same time they are similar also, because for similarity only one condition is required, that is same shape. So what does it mean? It means congruence implies similarity. If two figures are congruent, it means they are similar. You can see from the example, they are congruent, they are similar also because they are having same shape. But if two figures are similar, then it doesn't necessarily mean that they will be congruent. Similarity doesn't always imply congruency. Why? They are having same shape but the sizes are not equal. Therefore, these two are similar but not congruent. With the help of notebooks also you can understand. These are notebooks. Both are having pages rectangular in shape. This is also rectangular. This is also rectangular. They are similar in their shape. They are looking similar, but are they equal? No, they are having different sizes. So therefore, the pages of these two notebooks are similar but not congruent. Let's now understand similarity more deeply. Suppose I draw here two figures and both are squares. Let me name them A, B, C, D, P, Q, R and S. As we can see, both are squares, both are having same shape, they are similar. Now, suppose the side of the square is 2 centimeter each and the side of this square is 4 centimeter. Now if they are similar, then this D point corresponds to this S point. How we will write it? D corresponds to S. Similarly, A corresponds to P, C corresponds to R and B corresponds to Q. Now talking about the angles, all the angles of square are 90 degree. So I can say that angle D is equal to angle S, angle C is equal to angle R, angle B is equal to angle Q and angle P is equal to angle A. First of all, we have talked about the corresponding vertices. D vertex corresponds to S, A vertex corresponds to P, B corresponds to Q and C corresponds to R. Then their corresponding angles are equal. D is equal to S, A is equal to P, B is equal to Q, C is equal to R. Now let's talk about their sides. AD is corresponding to side PS. So AD upon PS is equal to 2 upon 4, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Then AB corresponds to PQ, which is again equal to 2 upon 4, 1 upon 2. Next, BC corresponds to QR, 2 upon 4, 1 upon 2 and DC corresponds to SR, 2 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. So, what here we derived about the similarity of two polygons. You know what is a polygon? A polygon is any closed figure consisting of 3 or more than 3 sides. So we have to compare same polygons. You can't compare a triangle with a square. You have to compare square with square, rectangle with rectangle, triangle with triangle, pentagon with pentagon. So what we derive here, for two polygons to be similar, all the corresponding angles, all the corresponding angles are equal, and secondly all the corresponding sides. What about the sides? Sides are in equal ratio. All the corresponding sides are having ratio 1/2. So in congruency the sides are equal, but here in similarity the sides are not equal but they are in equal ratio. So all the corresponding sides are in equal ratio. So these two are the main points to be taken into consideration while we are talking about the similarity of two polygons. So here I end the video with this. In our next video we will be doing the sums of exercise 6.1. Hope you have liked the video and understood the concept, and if yes, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.